Your forks, shock, and suspension settings create the potential for good handling. Your throttle control brings that potential into reality.
Good throttle control has a major impact on slides. In controlled slides like these, good throttle control maintains stability. In unwanted or unexpected slides, chopping it makes it worse. Watch this. Good throttle control in reverse can save you from the high side. His smooth roll-off works much better. Practice your roll-off as often as your roll-on. When the time comes, it could make all the difference. Without getting into anything really nasty, like oil on the road, what are the usual conditions that activate our off-the-gas SRs? How about some of these? Water and sand are two big concerns for most riders. While you must not be aggressive with the throttle in situations like this, you certainly don't want to chop it either. What is your best bet if it's really slippery? Well, pick it up as best you can. The less lean angle, the better.
Looks like good throttle control solves many of our rider problems, doesn't it?
Yes!
There are many factors that affect what line a rider may take through a turn, and we'll explore that later. The point we want to make now is this. No matter what line you take, high, low, middle, whatever, good throttle control is the gauge by which you can judge it. Riders are often confused about why the bike initially stands up and runs wide when they get off the gas mid-turn. Once into your lean and the gas is rolled off, weight transfers to the front of the bike, compressing the forks. That weight goes to the front tyre and spreads out the contact patch. This creates additional drag on the patch to the inside of the centre line of the bike. That drag countersteers the bike upwards and it runs wide. The whole thing can seem confusing, especially as the rider expects to tighten the turn when he rolls off the gas, and he finds the opposite of that happening. A moment later, since the gas is off, the bike slows, leans further over, and finally tightens up the turn. Applying brakes mid-corner creates the same effect. When the weight transfers forward, the result is the same. The bike stands up. A static throttle slows the bike as well. Again, the bike tends to run wide. This effect is even more pronounced at higher speeds and steeper lean angles. Getting on the gas too hard too soon will also send the bike offline, wide. Getting on the throttle too slowly makes the bike feel unresponsive. As we see here, with good throttle control, the bike looks and feels stable on its line and leaves the corner faster. Getting the feel for how much throttle the bike wants and needs to be stable and have good traction and hold its line is the art of good throttle control. There are choices in lines, but the good ones follow the throttle control rule.
Jeez, I'm running wide on the exit almost every time. And I'm following the throttle control rule. It doesn't make any sense. What's that Twist 2 book say?
You get on the gas as soon as possible.
Well, I'm definitely doing that. But still, I coming out, I can't hold my line.
Well, yeah, mine's holding a line. It's just unstable at the beginning. I'm not running wide on the exit, but my bike doesn't feel planted until I get to the apex. I don't know what we're doing wrong.
Let me take a look. Aha, here we go. To meet the throttle control standard, steering is completed before you get it on. This doesn't mean at the apex, right before, or just after, or at any particular part of the turn. It means as soon as possible once the steering is completed. I never thought of that.
See, I was told you have to wait until you get to the apex. I've been scared to get it on before that.
Let's look at all 6 of the off-the-gas results and see why it's so important to follow the throttle control rule and get back to the gas as soon as possible once the bike is turned.
Weight transfers forward, changing our available traction. We've lost our suspension's mid-stroke sweet spot. The bike will tend to overreact to rough pavement and can become a bit twitchy. By creating some instability, the bike initially tends to run wide. As we saw before, we lose ground clearance on both ends of the bike. And lastly, the bike slows down. These are the 6 results you get from waiting too long to get back on the throttle. Getting back on the gas as early as possible solves all of these. The bike becomes planted and predictable, but can you get on the gas too early? This rider got greedy with the throttle way too early, but the solution was correct. Roll off, reduce speed, repoint the bike, and then roll back on. To add lean and throttle at this point of the turn is a common cause of crashes. But this is the way it really should be done.
Hey, no more chicken strips.
Yeah. I guess we both have a better understanding of throttle control.
And we're more confident in the level of grip.
Right, throttle control is the secret to getting the most out of your bike. But there's one place you really need to go to see if you have it nailed. The track. I'll see you guys at the track.